told you, this is a friend of mine, and we go way back. Tom Reed is a program manager for Family Search International, and I thought of him because he has done so much incredible work with family history in the Black community, both internationally and locally. And so, Tom, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And thanks for being with us in person.
In person, and with your lovely wife, Lisa, who I also know. Hi, Lisa. I wonder if you can just start by telling us, why is Martin Luther King Day a good day to start family history?
Well, I think Martin Luther King Jr. Day is all about service, right? So he gave a sermon in 1948, a couple months before he passed away, called, let me hear, the drum major instinct. Now, when you hear that, you don't think it has anything to do with anything, right? But it's that speech, it's the sermon where he says, everybody can do good because everybody can serve, right? And if we're thinking of today as a day of service, what better service can we do than serve our ancestors, serve the memory of those who have passed on, serve our current families, and capturing those memories of the things that make our life so exciting now, right? So I think Martin Luther King Jr. Day is the day that we start serving through family history.
And how does that look? How do you go about doing that? What's your vision for researching your family history?
I'm going to guess he's brand new, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Greg. Thank you so much. But really, I mean, starting family histories really start small. You know, for Family Search, we offer a free website. You know, we have millions and millions of people who come on our website all the time, sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You get on our website, you simply start putting in information, the things that you know. You know, you look in that attic and you find that obituary or that funeral program that your, grandma gave you or something like that, and you're able to scan that and put that on. It's really simple. It's once you start putting names in, all of a sudden you start seeing these connections that pop up, and then you're off and roll. And it's contagious. Holly knows this, right? Once you get started, you get bit with that bug of genealogy. You just want to keep adding more and more and more. And then you just want to start sharing with your family, talking to family members, asking them what they know, putting what they have into family tree, adding stories and photos. I'm a big story guy. I'm a big social. I throw stuff all the time. Photos from current stuff, photos I found of like prom before I even married my wife are now on Family Search. So it's really simple, just the little information, and we start helping you with the rest.
Holly's right. I'm completely naive to this. Absolutely. But I always thought you had to go to the genealogy center and check out a room or something.
Yeah. You had to sit in the dark room and you had to be on the microfilm in the dark.
There you go. Right. Yeah.
It used to be that way.
It used to be that way, but let me tell you, AI has totally changed the game for family history, particularly like in the last 3 years with generative AI. And Family Search is at the forefront of that. With AI used now, AI is the one that's actually looking at those old microfilms. Now they've been digitized and all those, and serving those up to our patrons. So you don't have to hunt and peck to find all that stuff. You can actually use tools that Family Search has that you have leveraged AI to read, old handwriting. I mean, German script and stuff like that, right? Which is really difficult to read. We now have ways to read that and to serve that up to patrons who are looking for that information. And we just started this thing. It's all the rage, full text search on Family Search. That is the thing that's driven by AI, but it just allows people to put in ordinary keywords and terms and find stuff that you have to remember indexing back in the day?
Sure.
Members of the church worldwide and friends outside of the church would be there, typing on their computer, whatever they saw in a census. AI does it in literally minutes. We're putting billions and billions. I said billions and billions of records online every year using AI and serving, back to the clients through full text search.
I want to ask you just to expand on that a little bit, because I haven't really used full text search. So what could I search for? Like, what do you mean when you say that?
Anything. I mean, African-American records.
Sure.
Let's talk in particular because that's my expertise, right? Many African Americans struggle with the 1870 brick wall, meaning the first census in the United States that all African Americans were enumerated as citizens of this country. Records previous to that are mostly business transactions that include the names of African Americans, and they're not in a census form. Mm-hmm. They're in a deed, in a will, in a probate, in a manumission, if they were freed, in all kinds of records that are hard to read and hard to find. We've been feeding our engine, our database, with records like that, so that I have friends that have never found information on their ancestors going back to 1820 until we leverage full text search. They just put in the name of the slaveholder, for example, and where it was located, and that information information that then was their ancestor named in that deed or in that probate document.
So can I do this online? Because I have
100%.
I have a 1905 brick wall, which is when my grandfather came from Greece, and we don't know much about what he did or who he was or where he came from exactly prior to that time.
Yeah, and it is all free online, available on FamilySearch.org, right? So you can do it in your pajamas at 2 a.m., which I have been caught doing family history at that time as well. And you know, that doesn't mean we have the whole world covered. I mean, Family Search is really making an effort to digitize and make accessible records all around the world. And so the thing I tell people is, if you don't find it today, come back tomorrow, literally tomorrow, and you might find that record of that elusive ancestor that you've been trying to find, all on FamilySearch.org.
That is so amazing. I wonder if you could talk to our listeners about Roots Tech, because it's something I love. And it is so different than pre-pandemic versus post-pandemic.
Yeah.
It's just really incredible. What can we know about that? What should we know?
Yeah, pre-pandemic, we were just simply an event down at the Salt Palace, just down the street, right? For, 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 people and stuff like that. Post-pandemic, we're serving millions. Roots Tech is the family history conference of the industry, of the world. We serve a worldwide audience. I think last year we had about 10 million people who participated in Roots Tech. Now, Greg, that doesn't mean they all walk down West Temple to go to the Salt Palace. We have it available online. And if you want to watch a lot of content, we have lots of free content that's available on rootstech.org. But people can go online, register, and find out all kinds of information virtually. They can participate in their home all around the world, or they can come here to the Salt Palace, where we have hundreds of classes in person by leading experts that go, teach the latest methodologies and technology resources and things that help with family history, but also make it accessible for families. We have little kids that are running around. The church sponsors Family Discovery Day, which is Saturday. Did I say Roots Tech this year is March 5th through the 7th? And so Family Discovery Day, which is free for members of the church who want to come, please come to Salt Lake and actually see me. If you're in the Valley, we're on KSL. If you're in the Valley and you want to come see me, I'll take a selfie with you. Come listen to Elder Razband, who'll be delivering the message with Sister Razband, really about coming unto Christ by uniting families for eternity. And we have all kinds of games and things that really are accessible for all family members to come to Roots Tech.
And do you really feel that you're getting to a point, Tom, where people can look beyond that brick wall that you're talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Whose ancestors came at a time, really maybe a low point in our country's history, and where there's probably not a lot of history?
We're digging through those catacombs and finding all that information and serving that up. And you've got instructors that are coming to Roots Tech that are sharing their success stories and showing you the methodology of how to do that. That's what makes Roots Tech so powerful. And they're doing it not just for Americans, they're doing it for people around the world. In fact, we've got virtual keynoters from Brazil, we've got some Irish dancers, the Gabriel brothers. We've got a Filipino broadcast journalist that's going to be on there. And did I mention Zico?
Wow.
Those are virtual keynotes. And so people can learn those stories from around the world, as well as in-person keynotes. Now, hold on to your hats. We've got our good, I want to call him a homeboy. I don't know him yet, but I hope to meet Steve Young. Will be our keynoter this year.
Oh, wow.
And as a NFL Hall of Famer, Tara Roberts from National Geographic, she's going to be one of our keynote speakers. And then Marley Matlin is also another keynote speaker that's going to be here in person. And the quarterback of Family Search will also be on stage. His name is Steve Rockwood. So hi, Steve. and it'll be a great event for people in the local community to participate in, as well as around the world.
I know what I'm going to be doing at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Good.
Yeah.
You should. It's
and then
super.
coming on March 5th, and then coming
March
back
5th.
on March
I'll
6th,
hook you
and
up.
then coming back on March 6th.
Absolutely. Yep. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.